dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, then I hit that.
Today, from Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills versus Nick Mullins and the New York Jets. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
Mullins pass.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Made the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Back to throw. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Bills.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Well, what do we ask about players in this league? We ask them to improve from year to year, and Josh Allen did exactly that from his rookie year to year number 2. Doubled his touchdown passes from 10 to 20. One of the better running quarterbacks in the league, had 9 touchdown runs. That gives him 17 in his first 2 seasons. This guy gets better and better and absolutely loves the game of football.
2nd and 10.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Allen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Coleman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 13 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Demir Bird returning it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Demir Bird on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Breida. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, but now it'll be third down.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Allen's pass.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And again, it's Allen. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
On the play. First down, New York.
They'll look to throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
This will be caught inside the 10. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Jets 10, Bills nothing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Jets are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
We remind you lots more to come here this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. On 1st down, here's Breida.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Allen's throw is complete, and he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
At the 16-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
By Bradley McDougall.
Once again with Sanders. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in. And the Bills get a bit closer. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
This will make it into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On second down, it's Coleman. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now it's Bird on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it first and 10. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
A big play here for the Bills. 76 yards. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Hakeem Butler there to make the grab. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Corey Davis, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll drop this down to Coleman.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Well, definitely a little bit of disappointment there because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have got one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Breida to get the third quarter started. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
On the carry.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throw caught here by Bird. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Allen off the bootleg. And he whips that one incomplete there. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie things at 20 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Murphy made the tackle.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Allen now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Breida, the ball carrier. C.J. Mosley on the tackle. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and
back now in Buffalo.
3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now this time, Allen will throw. It'll buy some time right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. To throw, it's Allen. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory by going for it. Maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around and punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy, but time's starting to become a factor.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They certainly caught a big break with that missed field goal. Instead of trailing, they hold on to that slim lead, and now we'll see how they play this critical 4th quarter possession. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
And there's a sack by Jerry Hughes, and I wonder how many times it goes through his head that in his youth,
oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. But that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bills going to take over again on offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
Number 22.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good for a Buffalo.
They run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
2nd and 12.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run the counter. It's Adams. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one caught by Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 15, and that... just about put an end to this one. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Jets, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles...